Hi, I'm Annika Johnson from Al Johnson's in Sister Bay. I hope you enjoy my new video series called Door County Girl. These are stories of my life, the people and places that I love, and of course how we all survive here in northern Wisconsin. You can come back as often as you like, but don't forget to subscribe to Al's YouTube channel. I'll be posting lots of really cool new videos. So let's go! Welcome to another episode of Door County Girl. Today it is National Coffee Day.
Woohoo!
Yep. And we're here, and I love coffee every day, so I thought it was every day, and so did she. But it is actually today, September 29th.
You bet.
And I'm at Door County Coffee with Vicki Wilson. And she's going to talk about Door County Coffee and their big operation. And Vicki, I only know about Door Coffee because I used to work in the shipping office, and you guys sell our pancakes and lingonberries.
By the droves,
yes,
by the way.
And I would sneak into the back way here and have to unload them, but I always used to take a peek in here and watch these guys work. And then I could sneak in and get my free cup of coffee because I was a delivery person.
Yes, that's what we do for delivery people.
I loved it. I'm like, all the little things that matter, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just going to let you take it away because Door County Coffee is ginormous. Like, I didn't know it was bigger than what I saw on the front until I delivered.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole north end could live in your warehouse. Like if there was a catastrophe, we could all like live in these warehouses. That's how big it is.
Kinda.
It's giant.
Yeah. It's about 40,000 square feet.
Unbelievable.
We've had 5 additions in the 25 years we've
because
been
you just
here.
keep growing, and growing.
Well, and then we build and we think, oh, this will last. Oh no. By the time the paint's dry, we say, oh, we need some more.
But at least you have the space to grow.
We do.
I mean, at Al's, where we are, we always need more warehouse space, and we have nowhere to go.
You're kind of landlocked.
Oh, yeah, we get a nice warehouse, and then we need another one. Then we need another one, but we have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
So
Well, we have 11 acres contiguous to us, so we're thrilled about that.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to take it away. Talk about the history of Door County Coffee. How did you get here? What happened?
I was a buyer at Shopco and hit 40 years old. Do the math. 40, and our business is 29 years. So we've been at this for almost 30 years and was always looking for something else, something to do. And we came up here on a weekend and came home and we said, wow, if we could only find a way to have a living, you know, to really
like live here year round and have a job.
Yeah, and have real jobs. And I read an article about a coffee roaster. And I went, oh my gosh, coffee, Door County. The name came to me immediately. And
this is when no one really had coffee shops anywhere.
This, you figure, you know, if we're going to be 30 years, we started, of course, doing research. So this is like 31 years ago.
Yeah.
And at that time, there were about just a handful of coffee roasters in the state. Nothing in Northeast Wisconsin. And we said, oh my gosh. And with all the cool businesses in Door County that all deserve to have really good coffee, we thought, it's perfect.
Yeah.
So we did our research. We did a whole lot of stuff. We interviewed Lars, the Inn at Cedar Crossing, the cookery team, White Gull. We went and talked to really the prominent businesses and said, hey, do you think we're on the right track? You know,
because you wanted to get some feedback.
Yeah. Are we doing the right thing? Because of course
we're scared.
You're giving up your career.
And I'm going to interrupt for a second.
Yeah,
when you say we, is it you and your husband?
My husband and I.
Does he work here too?
He does now, but he had a 28-year career at Procter & Gamble.
Oh, wow.
So during all the years when we made no money and had to plow more money in, he was the breadwinner, the insurance carrier, and the cheerleader.
So he had to finish his term there and then come this way.
Well, we were, you know, still trying to make it work financially.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
But
and what's your husband's name?
Doug.
Doug Wilson.
Doug Wilson, he's a rock star.
Yeah. He's a rock star.
He is.
She's a rock star.
We're all rock stars.
Yeah, we're all
crying
rock
out
stars.
loud. But yeah, so we were encouraged by the really very prominent business owners, and we said, yeah, let's do this. What can it hurt? I can always get a job. So we started in a 3,000 square foot warehouse, or actually old grocery store in Forestville. And before we knew it, we outgrew that property. We kept roasting, selling, sampling, roasting, selling, sampling. And our staff went from 2, because I had a wonderful colleague who I worked with at Shopko, and she came along with us. So it was really the 2 of us to begin with. And then as our business grew, we hired part-timers, and some of those people are still with us today.
Yeah.
So
we got some lifers too. I love them.
Don't you love it?
Yes.
Yeah, that says a lot about your business.
You believe in. They like it there. That's like family. You know what I mean?
Is.
They're like family.
Yeah, that's what we say. Our job, and I'm sure you feel the same way, our job is people.
Yeah.
They take care of our guests.
Yes.
But our job is taking care of them.
Yes.
So.
Yes, and not everybody does that.
No.
That's why I think people lose people so much and have so much job
thing.
turnover. Yeah, you gotta be loyal to your employees.
Yeah. They're it. Customer, and you hate to say it, but I believe it, customer comes second, or people first.
Exactly.
And then it's a win. It's a win for everybody.
If they're happy, then they're happy in their job, and then everybody's happy. Yeah. I was going to say, did you always have an interest in coffee because you love coffee and you just like going to coffee shops? Like, why did you think coffee? Why?
Yeah, I always loved it. Just like all college students, that's you got to cram, you got to drink pots of coffee so you can stay awake. And coffee was really crappy, as we know, forever. And at first I would put cinnamon in my grounds.
I do too.
I would put orange extract, before flavored coffee.
Yeah.
And then when flavored coffee really got to be popular, and there were coffee shops, and I would go, of course, buy my coffee there. And then the more we learned about coffee, the more we said, "Wow, this is good."
Did your husband like coffee like you like coffee?
Well, not originally, because he was an Army guy.
Oh,
so
yeah.
they served
black and strong. I'd only need 1 cup. My dad's the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we got him over the hump.
Yeah.
And now it's like, and not everyone here drinks coffee.
Oh, right.
Which is really amazing.
I know, because you know what? I used to work in a coffee shop at Steamboat Springs, Colorado.
Oh.
I was working in a restaurant one day, and there was a natural gas explosion, and the whole building blew up, so they were at my job for the winter. So I went downtown and got a job at a bookstore, coffee shop, and I was the bean grinder.
You were the bean grinder?
I didn't make the flavored coffees, but every morning I'd have to get there at 4:35 in the morning and get set up for the day. But you know what? I could not stand to drink coffee after about 2 months because the oils from all the coffee were on me constantly, and I smelled it all the time. At first it was great, but after a while I almost got like sick from it. Like I drank too much coffee. It was always on me. So I ended up drinking tea.
Well, but now you're coffee.
Which you have the Republic of Teas here, and I love the Republic of Teas.
We have a lot of tea.
I just bought 2 tins. Yeah,
good girl.
So I try to drink a little tea every now and then.
We also have our own dark honey coffee tea, which is dark honey coffee tea. It sounds crazy.
Yeah.
But we buy from a tea blender, an importer, and he makes stuff special for us. You have to try our cherry tea.
Oh, I have to try
which is
some.
fab. Blueberry. The blueberry is herbal.
Yeah.
So a lot of.
Well, you know what's nice is that I think you get in a rhythm. Like you have coffee in the morning when you wake up. But then in the afternoon, I have a cup at like 3:30 because all the coffee customers come in. We close at 3 and we all like sit and yap, yap, yap with a cup of coffee. But I don't always want coffee then. If I don't have a lot going on in the evening, I can't really drink coffee that late in the day. That's when tea comes in. Nothing's better than getting your teapot out and getting a nice hot mug of tea and just like relaxing. And it's no caffeine, so.
Even a wonderful hot beverage.
Yeah, I just like holding it. Like just so nice,
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
We're weird.
Like weird.
Yeah. Okay, so keep going. This is awesome.
Where was I? Started the business.
Your husband and you, and you guys got this place.
Outgrew that facility, and had a really great friend. Still have a great friend who had the idea to develop what we call the Vicki and Verna Village. Actually, her name is Verna, so she said it was the Verna and Vicki Village. And we wanted our business together. So she had the business next door for about 23 years, just sold it to Red Oak Winery.
Oh, okay.
So we kind of decided we would buy this property and develop it, and the synergy of our businesses would bring more traffic for both of us.
Oh, wow.
So we did that. We bought the property, developed the
God, all smart moves.
Yeah, it was kind of fun.
Perfect timing, smart moves.
Yeah, and people said, well, why are you in Carlsville? Nothing is in Carlsville. And we said, well,
I used to think that because you just drive through because you're getting to Sturgeon Bay. But we just did a door winery. We did the tour across the street at the distillery.
Yeah.
And why wouldn't you come to Carlsville?
It's got everything.
Some great shops, and there's not a lot of them, but there's some good quality ones where you can find everything you need in one stop.
Way to go, Annika.
I know.
Do you want to be the Door County Coffee or Carlsville spokesman?
Yeah, I'm going to be the mayor of Carlsville.
There you go. But we do have a lot.
I like small communities. I like little towns.
Well, and we knew that because they're manufacturers, we're manufacturers.
Yeah.
We can't be in the confines of a city
exactly.
or a village.
No.
With big trucks.
But it's a destination stop.
Yeah.
I'm sure you get bus tours coming here. This is bus season coming up. Are you ready?
For you too?
Yeah, so we're already getting them. This is great. I love that because the ladies love to shop and they always buy little things. They don't have to buy a lot, but they always want a little Door County souvenir.
A little souvenir, a little something.
Yeah, and coffee is always one good thing to buy, especially if you're buying for others.
You bet. And of course we ship. So much of our business is e-commerce.
That's why I know you're so big. You have to store everything, right?
We have to make enough that, we try to have a 7-day inventory, which sounds crazy. 7 days, we'd like to turn it within 7 days.
Okay.
And we need so much capacity because, of course,
Well, I noticed too, when I come here, you guys have those big burlap bags.
Yep.
Where do you get your coffee? Where do you get your beans?
So we buy from about 30 different coffee producing countries. And each one of the countries has different geographic.
How did you learn about that?
Well,
because you're a buyer and you did your research.
Doing research and talking to people in the industry, learning about the industry, visiting some of the countries. But, each topography will create a different bean.
Yeah.
Just like I like to, do you know Choudoir strawberries? Do you remember them?
Yeah.
Terrific. No one had better strawberries.
We get our strawberries from the restaurant from them. Aren't they here in the barn?
Well, they were in Sturgeon Bay. I don't know if they've moved.
Yeah, Rolf gets strawberries from everyone for the restaurant.
Sure,
yeah.
I'm sure you do locally.
He knows her.
But it's such good strawberries. Well, it's the land and it's the care of the farmer. It's the same thing with coffee. So based on the elevation, and we buy what's called specialty class 1 Arabica beans. They're only grown at 2,500 feet above sea level and up. It's a grade, so they grade the beans like they grade meat. Coffee isn't just plain old coffee. So to get that grade, it's a sorting process.
Oh my gosh.
So it's a really, really big deal. And to get that consistent grade, we know we pay more. We agree to pay more because we want to have the best coffee.
You don't want crappy coffee.
No,
you want good
everyone
coffee.
We want the best.
Yeah.
So that's what we do. And
do you ever get to travel to go and see these coffee bean places?
We do, and we could do more of it if we had more time.
Yeah.
So we've done a lot in Costa Rica. We've done Hawaii, but I'd love to go.
That would be so fun.
Wouldn't it be great? But
you could do a whole documentary on your travels and bring Bill along, and he can do filming.
Bill, that would be so fun.
Yeah, John wants to go too.
John wants to go too.
Oh my God, that would be awesome.
Wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
But it's a fabulous industry that hits 30 million people. It affects farmers, it affects the growers, it affects the shipping, it affects so many, and it's such a great thing. It is it's a test. I got a test for Annika. The number 2 traded commodity in the world. Second only to
sugar?
Nope. Keep going.
Flour?
Nope. Okay, I'm gonna want a hint.
Something to make beer?
Honk, honk.
Honk, honk, did you say? Cars.
Oil.
Oh, oil.
Oil,
because gas.
Because of gas.
Yeah,
so oil is the number 1 traded commodity in the world.
Yeah.
Coffee is number 2. Oil creates strife throughout the world. Coffee just makes people happy.
Yeah.
How wonderful. So
that's a good analytical thought.
Isn't that good?
I like that. Because yes, I just filled up my gas tank and it was like almost $70. It used to be 40.
I know. It just gets worse.
What happened?
When everything's up.
Hence, I got an electric bike. Yeah.
You did. That's what you said. I love it.
Well, getting back to your coffee.
Yeah.
I was reading in National Geographic once who drinks the most coffee in the world.
Swedes.
No.
Who?
But you're close.
Finns.
Yes, Finland. Finnish people drink the most coffee on the planet.
So why do you suppose?
Probably they have, I don't know if there's more
Cold?
dark hours and, I don't really know why.
Yeah.
Maybe they fika more than we do. You know
Who
what
knows?
fika is, where
No.
you have a little coffee and a little sweet treat to go with it. People are fika-ing in your store right now and you don't even know it.
Is that F-I-K-K-A?
Yeah, F-I-K-A.
I love
Fika.
that. See,
Yeah.
we learn each other.
Scandinavian, you go and you get a little something and you have coffee with your friends and you can't talk about work.
That's fika.
You just have to fika.
Oh, I
You can
love
fika
that.
anytime.
I love that.
Yeah, so people come here and fika all day long because you've got a really tasty bakery selection
Yes,
out
we
there.
do. We
I
have
know.
great bakery.
Bill, John, and I have, or Tom, Bill, John, and I have had lunch out here and it was really good.
You did great.
Before, yeah, we'd come here before and have lunch.
We'll keep doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else you have to tell me a little bit more. This back here is where you.
What you see is our roasting team. Aren't they fabulous? There's only 2 guys. There's a 3rd guy somewhere hanging around. But we roast about 5,500 pounds of coffee a day.
Unbelievable.
Isn't that great? And it's what we call fluidized air. So it's like a hot air corn popper, which is also very unusual in the industry. Most coffee roasters have a cylinder that rotates. That cylinder is hot.
Yeah, these things that are rolling right here, right?
Those are actually flavor drums.
Okay.
So the roasters are the big things that are connected to the ceiling.
Oh.
And we have, so the very top is an afterburner. So what that does is it burns out any particulate matter in our affluent air.
Okay.
So we're really doing as much as we can to keep the environment clean.
Okay.
And then we have a green bean hopper, and the beans go into the roaster, and that roasting chamber has no moving parts. All it has is super hot air with a high velocity that keeps the beans moving. And because they're floating in the super hot air, every square,
It's almost like popcorn that doesn't pop.
it's like a popcorn popper. Exactly.
Wow.
And it also creates a really smooth, non-acidic taste because there's no residue. It's all stainless on the inside, so they're
Yeah,
clean
that
as a whistle.
residue. I hate that residue.
Like you said, the oil from
Yes,
when
I hate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And coffee oil, it's inherent.
Yeah.
You know, it does happen. The darker the roast, the more oily
Yes.
they are. But yeah, so we roast 5,500 pounds. The guys are zooming around all day long. Patrick over there is flavoring right now, and then he'll vacuum up the coffee, and it will go based on where it needs to go, either to be ground. If it needs to be ground, we have to let it sit for about a day, because if we grind it too fast, the heat from the grind will actually dissipate the flavoring. So now we've just wasted.
God, all
so
the stuff you don't know about coffee. This is crazy.
Coffee's fascinating.
It is.
And then if it's straight or non-flavored, we can grind it right away if it needs to be ground, or it goes into whole bean bags. So what we're roasting today could be shipped yet today to our
gosh.
customers. Isn't that great?
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, how many people work in here at a time? It seems like there's just 2 guys.
Well, there's
doing all
actually
this
3
stuff.
guys, 2 or 3 behind the curtain, which are packaging machines. And then we also have a granulizer gentleman who's in the back.
So, you don't need a ton of employees out here because the machines sort of do it all.
The machines do the work, and a tight footprint is good because we don't want them to have to spend their time walking around
Right.
all day.
Right.
And we mechanize what we can.
Yeah.
Again, this is all thanks to Doug and his engineering, brain. So, we used to have to move everything by hand. We'd load the roasters by hand. We would unload the roasters by hand. We'd pack everything by hand.
Wow.
And with, obviously, the push for more volume, we mechanized wherever we could. And, so...
Well, that's interesting to me because then it brings me back to we had COVID.
Yes,
Before
we did.
COVID, you probably had plenty of employees. You had never had a problem, and then boop, COVID happens, and what happened? You guys are busier than ever because you're shipping. Nobody wants to do anything but order online.
No kidding.
And then your people, do they come to work or do they not come to work? Or what did you do during COVID and what happened? Because I know that you were just as busy as we were at shipping.
You bet. So that was the craziest time.
We closed at Al's, and the only ones working were me and Kit because the shipping was gangbusters.
Yeah, you had to.
And we were little. Your guys are giant.
Yeah. Well, not little, but no, you're not either.
We are
But so coffee. So we sell to a lot of large campus businesses, insurance companies, office buildings that might have 2,000 or 3,000 people. Well, where were they? They were home.
Yeah.
So what they used to consume at home for coffee or at work, they would consume, fortunately, direct email via our e-commerce site. So we had, our shipping went absolutely wild.
Insane.
And we needed all our people. We knew we were essential workers because, frankly, if people couldn't get their coffee,
freak out.
Honestly,
I know.
I can give up eggs or bacon or, who knows what. Don't take away our coffee.
We're all addicted to coffee, yeah.
So, and our team was fabulous. We obviously had to shut the front because we, the mandate, and we knew it was the right thing to do until we understood what was happening. But we kept all of our employees. We asked them if they feel comfortable, please come to work. We'll find things for you to do. Mm-hmm. We turned a lot of the people in the front into shippers and packers.
Sure.
And, everyone did everything. And we had stand-up meetings daily. Hey, this is the status. This is what we know. This is what we're doing. Everyone's safe. And I'll tell you, they were absolute rock stars through this whole thing.
But I think when you have your people, they like to work. They're not looking to go home and sit on their butts. They want to work. They're workers. They've always been workers. And then when you take that work away, I'm not like that. I don't want to go home and sit and watch TV all day and sit and nest in my house. I like working. I like being out in the public and meeting new people and seeing what's going on and looking around. Yeah, but I think when your employees like their job, they want to come in. And it's a social aspect too.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah,
you guys are probably all a tight-knit group here. So
we're having a potluck. Speaking of tight-knit group today.
Ooh, after work?
No, during work.
Oh.
So we all bring food. Everyone, we have the most marvelous potlucks in the universe.
See, that's awesome.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah, I like
that. And for National Coffee Day, of course.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I have some more questions. I was going to ask you a couple more questions about that. So, do you work here every day?
I work Monday through Friday. I will work on the weekends. We had to do more when we were small. We didn't have a staff. But I will always work on the big fall weekends because we can't get enough people to serve. And it's really fun for me. And it's good for the staff.
Yeah.
I can
if
bus
I
tables.
didn't know you, I've never met you before, you're super friendly. You're walking around the store, hi, how are you doing? You're real friendly. The people like that.
Well, of course.
You're welcoming.
And I like people.
Yeah.
Just like you too.
It's
comes
welcoming.
Easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I love it. I'll do the hostess. I'll buzz. On occasion they'll let me take an order, but I always screw the order up. I can't cook. I'll screw that up. But, they put me to work and, I'll do whatever I can.
Does your husband ever come in here to work?
Oh, yeah. When, we work as a family. So my husband's here.
Oh, yeah, your kids. Do your kids work here?
My 2 sons work here.
Okay.
One is our plant manager and one is our director of business development.
Okay.
So they've been here since, they were knee-high.
Sure. So they have an interest in the business, which is always good.
And they did everything. So they were baristas.
It's kind of peace of mind for you that they like it.
Yeah. So it's succession like you guys.
Well, we're at that standstill right now.
Really?
We're the 3 that knew we wanted to be there, and now
team.
We don't know what's going to happen in the future. We're at that little road right now. Yeah. We don't know. We don't want to force I don't have kids anymore, but my brothers have kids, and they have other interests. So we're at that weird spot right now where I always thought my mom and dad were going to live forever and just run the restaurant forever, and we were just going to work there. Yeah. But that's not the case. You have to think about the future of your business, but it's great that your kids want to work here.
Well, and we didn't expect it.
Yeah.
We thought...
And you probably didn't force it. You probably just thought, well, if you guys don't like it, that's fine, but if you like it, it's here.
Well, and their talent, their talents might bring them other opportunities, business opportunities. My youngest son married his high school sweetheart, whose family is here, entrenched in the area, so he was not going anywhere.
Okay, perfect.
He did work at a local company in an engineering facility for probably about 4 years. And when we got to a point where he said, oh boy, we sure could use someone with his talent. So he gladly joined the business. And our oldest son who is in marketing and innovation, he came right out of college, which we didn't expect. He studied abroad. We thought, oh, he's a big city guy. He'll be gone. But he chose to come back as well.
That's so cool.
I know. I can't believe it. And my 2 daughter-in-laws also work here.
That's great.
So it's a whole family.
You can't get away from your family members like me.
No.
You love them, but
and I kind of pinch myself because, yes, I consider all of our people that work here family, but then to also have the bonus of my family.
you have your other family.
Man,
I
so
know,
lucky.
and you're with them all the time.
Yeah,
It's
but they're,
good.
it's just great.
Yeah.
And they've earned their respect, like the boss's kids.
Yeah.
They had to work. Man, if they were 16 and they wanted to go, you got to get a replacement.
That's right.
You are doing. You're expected to.
But that's
do
what
more.
happened to us too.
Yeah.
You don't own the place yet. You can't do that. You got to find your replacement.
Yeah.
Yep. You work here.
You work here. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're running out of time, but I want to say, who did your landscaping out front? Because that is gorgeous.
Isn't it beautiful?
I mean, if you like to eat outside and you come here at their little garden out front, you wouldn't even know you're on the highway. It's beautiful out there.
Thanks,
I just did a little filming of your landscaping and sent it to my friend Susie, who loves gardens. And she's like, oh my God, that's gorgeous.
It is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we, with COVID,
Yeah.
we were looking, okay, how do we
Yeah,
expand?
you gotta have some
People
outdoor
wanna
seating.
You bet. People want to eat outside.
Because that's something new in the world.
Yeah.
Nobody knew about outdoor seating until COVID, really, because Door County is a beautiful place to eat outside, but we all never thought about it until COVID happened.
Well, and then being right next to the parking lot. It's
yeah, we always
how
joke
do we
about
make it
that.
nice?
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Who
Isn't
does
it
your
pretty?
landscaping?
So Yardworks.
Yardworks.
Yardworks. They have, it's actually a couple bought the business from, he worked there as a kid.
Okay.
And bought the business from the owner.
Well, it's awesome. So
Isn't it
big
beautiful?
shout out to them.
Yardworks.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And they come and they fertilize and they do everything they need to. And they plant and they're just a wonderful young couple.
Excellent.
So we're real excited.
And the last thing I'm going to ask is, when you are shipping out, do you have your own truckers, or do you have to hire truckers to come in, or do the companies wanting to pick up come and get it? Like, how do you do all that?
Really good question. We deliver locally to local businesses. Have routes that go Target, Walmart, all the way up north.
Yep.
And then we also have, primarily we use UPS, and UPS drops a 40-foot trailer each day. So we put our goods, our shipments right in the trailer. They come and pick that up, drop an empty. So
easy.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
And then anything that goes, trailer, LTL, will have various carriers come and pick up.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's kind of fun.
Awesome. I love this.
And we sell to lots of big companies, Costco, Target, Walmart.
So now, with the holidays coming,
Yes.
you can. I know you have a website.
Yes.
It's doorcountycoffee.com.
doorcountycoffee.com.
And they can order anything and everything on your website.
It's primarily the coffee, tea, cocoa, as well as coffee gifts.
Perfect.
So things that are super related to our brand.
Okay.
And it's been great. People love it. We have subscribers.
Well, yeah, and during the holidays now, we're just almost getting to the point where people are thinking Christmas, even though it's the end of September. But there's a lot of people looking already for Christmas items and what they're going to do for their employees or whatever. You do gift baskets, you do packages, things like that.
Yeah, and we have our two big holiday items. We did an advent calendar last year, which has, 24 days of different coffees. And
that's a great idea.
Isn't that fabulous?
Do you sell it online only?
We sell it online. We sell it in our store, and we also sell it to this year. The Advent is only online in our store.
We had a booze one where we only get a couple of them, but they sell out right away. And I always say, why don't get more of those? There are little liquor things in each of the doors, and they always sell out the fastest.
Isn't that fun? And then this year we did 12 days of Christmas. Because the 24 got to be, it's more expensive.
Yeah.
But the 12 days, same concept, 12 different coffees.
That
awesome. Is terrific. So that's in many of our grocery partners and also online. It's great.
Well, that's funny because we have to wrap this up. I know Bill's given us that Stop talking, Vicki and Annika. But I always listen to podcasts before I go to bed, and I believe in Bigfoot. Sorry, people, but I do. And I listen to this one called Expanded Perspectives. And there's these two guys from Texas, and they're hilarious. I love them both. And it's Big Fizzy and Cam. And they have those stupid commercials on there now. But I got this one. It was called Trade Coffee. And I love coffee, but I get sick of drinking the same old coffee every day. So I ended up going on their website, signed up for Trade Coffee. They send me a small little bag because I'm just one person. You take a test. How much do you drink? What do you drink? Is it dark roast? Is it bean? Is it grind? Do you put cream in your coffee? Do you put sugar in your coffee? You're done. Bam. They send me, I don't pick out the bag, or if you want, you can. And then they send you a little bag. I get it once a month.
Cool.
And it's a drop ship.
Yep.
So they're all little mom and pops coffee shops all around the United States, and they drop ship, and they just send you your coffee of the month. And so far, I've had 4 bags of coffee, and I've only had one that I didn't love. But the other 3 they picked out for me, and I've loved.
Perfect.
But I thought, wow, that would be a great idea for you guys, too.
Yeah.
And you probably do that anyway.
Well, and we have our subscribers.
But it's such a treat to get that.
Isn't it?
I get to try this coffee today.
And people say they can't wait till the coffee delivers because it smells so good. Even the UPS guy says, oh, yeah, I love it to deliver your product.
Okay, my last question, what's your favorite coffee? What's your favorite coffee? And what is the #1 seller here at Door County Coffee?
Okay, the #1 seller is our breakfast blend because it's most universal. It's fabulous. It's medium
it's not
roast.
A flavored coffee. It's just a coffee.
Non-flavored. It is grand. It's just grand.
Breakfast blend.
Yep, and our #1 flavor is Highlander Grog, which is an Irish cream and caramel.
Okay.
And my personal favorite is cinnamon hazelnut.
Cinnamon hazelnut.
Like the old days when I would put cinnamon
I only
in my
put
breath.
cinnamon in mine, and I love that too.
Yeah, still love it.
No wonder we like each other.
I know. Well, in Swedish.
It's the same coffee.
In Swedish.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so excited that Vicki got to sit and tell me about this place. I've always come here and looked in the store a little bit, got a coffee, walked around in the back, but I never knew this whole story about how you decided to come here and do this.
Well,
and by the way, I miss Shopko.
I do too. I know I'm sick
Every
and all my
day, I'm
old
like, I gotta go to
cronies.
Shopko. Shopko's gone. Vicki's not working at Shopko. Well, anyway, thanks for joining us for another episode of Door County Girl, everyone. And please come and visit her store if you're in Door County, because they don't have just coffee. They have all kinds of goodies out there. I bought a lot of little things today for my friends. And also, I bought some coffee and tea.
Yep.
And you can also go online and you can order for all your friends, especially during the holidays, because that's coming up. Don't forget to like and subscribe at the bottom of the page, and you'll get all kinds of other Door County Girl episodes and meet really cool people like Vicki.
Aww.
Bye,
Happy National
everyone.
Coffee Day.
Yeah,
Bye.
Happy National Coffee Day. Thanks for watching Door County Girl. Don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you next time.